So we'll start off with your diesel fillers. I appreciate you might know, but diesel fill on the key. Just there. And add blue below. And go a bit further round. We've got your toilet cassette. Get the cap on for you, that's inside with a blue chemical. Then one of your sides of your garage, you've got all your ladders there. You've got your awning pole and bits. You've got your extra bed makeup cushions, extra bed makeup point for the table. That's a blue cap we're on about with all your mains cable and all your goodies for your van. The rear bed is working on this switch here, so if you want to get it up and down, there's just two buttons there. One to raise it and one to lower it. So that's just it on the back there, just to see on the switch at the sides, just two push buttons. Got one for up, bottom one for down. And really at the back, all we've really got is your lights and your camera and stuff really, so nothing really to see around here. Opposite side of garage, we've just got the opposite side of where we were seeing, but we've got the Truma drain valve. Presume you've had this on your previous van, but your top manual position to actually empty it is sideways on at the moment with the button pressed in. If you want to drain it, generally turn the pump off, open that to there, that'll drain it, leave it. When you come back to need to fill it, put it back to the manual position and press the button in, that'll lock it in. Then the third feature is got a thermostatic valve on it, so if you leave water in, your van's not on, goes below 3 degrees, that button will push out and self-drain it to frost protect it. But when you come back to use it, you just need to push it back in. That one you can pretty much ignore because it's just your flue for your Truma heating, so that's just for the gas emission when it's on. Then you've got your mains hookup cable there. You can pretty much ignore these because these are just your ventilation for your fridge and for your gas emissions. More ventilation in the van. I've put a test bottle on like I would normally do, but you'll have room for 2 bottles there and the gas pipe for your gas locker. Fresh water fill. You've got your cap here. You've got your 120 litre tank in there. There is 2 drain valves which I'll show you inside when you need to winterise it. One will take it a full drain for winter. The other one will give you a 20 litre drain, so you've got water for travelling. The only other drain valve really is this one, which is pulled out at the moment. That's for your grey waste when you want to just use it. Fill your fresh water as normal, fill that tank. When you've pretty much emptied it, drive over your grid, pull that handle, it'll drop it, refill your tank as you're going to know anyway. Push that back in to close it. And that's pretty much your exterior. You got your Fiamma on in there, shall we I'll get the winding handle. I'll just quickly show you the Fiamma awning working perfectly.
Those are your front sensors fitted for you, and then the same on the back.
Get it as you normally do to the point where you get the legs down. At that point, flip the legs down, dropping down, secure the wing nut. Exactly the same on the other side. And then, as normal, you'll be able to wind this out pretty much to there, peg it down, and that'll do. But when you open it away, I'd always recommend to go from where you've pegged it down back to there before you put the legs up so it can support it, as you're already going to know. At that point, put that back up, make sure that that foot is level like that, so when you clip it, it sits in nicely. And then just push it back in and clip it. Do exactly the same on the other side. Wing it, put that up. And make sure that's flat level again. Clip that, push it in there, and clip it in there. Now we can wind it back in. That's pretty much the exterior. I'll just put the organ floor away. Let's go inside and show you the panel. All the doors are working on central locking, so that's even easier. I'll just temporarily turn it all off so I can just start it from scratch for you. Generally, fill your water up, make sure your drain valve's closed as normal, then come to this main panel. To get your 12 volt on, the bottom right hand button, press that, you'll see it go orange. Then your internal lights, and then your water pump. And as you're going to know, then you go to your hot tap, prime all your water through, and then at that point you would be happy to go over to the heating, but I'll just show you the rest of this panel. This one here is just going to give you your internal temperature. The one in the middle of the pump and the main lights is your awning light. The green indicator is just showing it's on, and that's now back off. Top right hand corner one is your water level. Increments of 33, 66 and 100, but that's your general rule for your fresh water. If you press it again, it'll show you the level of the grey waste as well. Now the one below this showing the rear of the habitation is your leisure battery power, because we're plugged in now, it's at 14.5 volt. And the one below it is showing your engine battery power. The only other indicator on there is the orange sign there to show when you've got your electrics on, you've got your electrics where you're plugged into all working. So that's pretty much that panel in a nutshell. Now the Truma, what you've got a back button, a main selector button, and it's very sensitive, you just got to push it around bit by bit. But if I hit the button, it'll take us to 7 icons. We can just flick through them icons, but generally when you press it, it'll default to the central heating sort of thing. So you press it again, it'll say off. You can turn it to anywhere up to 30, but just to show you today, I'll put it on 16. Press the button, and that's your heating on. Now we can go to the hot water. So if we take it to the second icon, press the button, it'll say off, and it will give us 3 choices. Eco's 40 degrees hot water, hot is 60 degrees water. Boost is only great in the morning if both you want to shower, because it'll temporarily for half an hour put it up to 70 degrees so you can get more water out of your tank. But generally you're either going to be on eco for washing up or hot for boost, for showers. I'll put it to eco for now. Your next choice is power setting. So you got electric 2 kilowatt, which is 8 amps of power. Electric 1 kilowatt, which is 4 amps of power. Then you've got electric 2 kilowatt with gas, electric 1 kilowatt with gas, or gas only. Cut a long story short, you're wild camping, you're on gas. You're on most 16 amp sites, you're on EL2. If you're forced down to an 8 to a 12 amp site, that's maybe when you use EL1. An EL2 mix and EL1 mix is only just to speed it up, possibly on a winter's morning, but generally you're either going to use EL2, EL1 or gas only. So I'll put it on EL2. Now you can go to the 4th icon. You get options for eco and high. I personally leave it on eco because it's your fan speed for your heating. It's doing the job, but it's not as noisy. You can put it on high if you want, but I'll generally leave it on eco. Press the button. Now you can either wait 10 seconds or hit the back button, and all it'll do now, it'll flip between the clock and whatever temperatures you've set it on. Say during the day you want to turn the temperature, you can just go there and reselect a new temperature. But let's say you've been away for the weekend and you're just about to leave home. I would always recommend about 15 minutes before you leave home, come to this panel, press the button and go back to the first, whichever you've set it on, which we've got the first two. Press it again, and whatever degrees you've got it on, turn it to off. Press it again, you'll see the flame go. That just means you've turned the heating off. Then if you go to the hot water, whatever you've got that set on, press that to off. You've got nothing on the screen, you're all set to go. But give it about 15 minutes to cool down. Now these below are only really a timer, your clock, and this is more a systems menu. If you ever go in here and you're not sure why, just hit back, come out of there and start again. But generally that's as easy as that is. So what I'll do is I'll take you to the water tank so you know where the drain valves are, which are just underneath this seat. Easiest way to do this is there's a cushion at the back there. Pull and slide that out, put it on the table. They're exactly the same with this one. And then you'll see the red cap for the tank. All you physically do is open that up, and if you look down there in the tank, on the left hand side there's a plug that will pull out what will give you 100% winter drain, and the plug on the right hand side will give you a travelling drain, which will leave 20 litres in your tank, but at least give you some if you need to stop. But what I'd recommend on a winter's day is pull out the one on the left, leave the plug out of the tank, let it drain off, and then when you come back, put the plug back in and you can refill your tank. So that's more a winterisation tool. I'll leave them cushions up there for now. Probably be easier for when you come back to actually re-put the plug back in. Now I'll just show you some of these devices working. You've got your cooker hub there with an igniter. That's that ring. Then you've got your other ring there. So that's your two rings lit. Just to show it you're working more than anything. Decent pressure on the water. That'll all be nice and warm now because you've had the hot water on for a while. And then your cold floor too. Your cooker. You've got your grill pan there. If we go to the left and just drag the gas through, then you'll see the oven come on. That's your cooker on now, that's your oven working. When you want to turn that off, go back to the middle, then go to the right, you've got your grill pan. Now they always recommend when you're grilling, if you pull that out, it just heat protects that bottom while you're grilling. And when you're finished, turn that off, press that back in. Just below there, if you ever have any electrical issues, you've got your mains electrics trip there, so that's where you go if you have any issues with the electrics. Just at the side here, you've just got some storage and your cutlery drawer. And what we'll do, we'll have a look underneath this seat because this is your 12 volt points. I'll just show you by taking all these off. I'll take it all off so you can see the full lot. Just underneath here, you've got your leisure battery, so you've got access to it there. You've got your fuses for your leisure battery and any devices like solar or stuff going around. Then you've got your 12 volt fuses there for your area habitation with a brief description what's in them, and just extra fuses for the system. But generally that's your 12 volt point. The other side is just your electrical point. And if we take these off as well, you've got more storage area under there too. There's your seat belt sides for you if you want to use your seat belts in the back. Put this panel back on. So you're down to your fridge now. I'll show you that just up there. Sorry, Richard. fridge wise, I'll just power it off for a sec just so I can show it you're fully working. So powered off, that's standard, about 5-second press. Exactly the same, putting it back on, you'll see the display come up for about 10 seconds. You have got automatic setting there, and that's your thermostat for your fridge. But if you want to change the thermostat or change the automatic setting, press and hold that for 5 seconds. You'll see it flash, so you can go, if you want, you could be just manually on electric, manually on alternator for when you're driving, or gas. But generally, if you leave it on auto, press the button again, and that's the only time you get chance to change this thermostat. So whichever suits you the best on the fridge, press that again, and that's you pretty much up and running. You've got some lights on the ceiling there, touch light on and off. Same with this one. In there, just wardrobe space, plenty of it to be honest. And this is more just a bit of a cupboard with some service access to get to the Truma boiler, but that's mainly for the technicians. And then you've got more cupboard space and access to the garage down there. A bit of extra storage in there. Bathroom wise, you got your shower there with the mixer tap, you got your sink there. Toilet wise, I'm not going to show you how to use one, I'm just going to show it you working. Open the slide, once you're finished, flush down, and then close that up. Then a bit more storage there really. And generally at the back, that's majority of it, by your bed and stuff, so I'll just show you that. So you've got your drop down bed there, just on this button, so you can just always be cautious of your 2 front seats there so you don't go too far down. To be honest, that's my fault. If I move that cushion, I'll just get it that little bit more down. That's me being overzealous showing you the water tank. That is pretty much where it would be. You've got some push lights there, just so they'll push on and off. And your ladder for that is in the garage. I'll just put that back up. And generally, except for your areas at the back with your cupboards and stuff, and your smoke alarm up there, and your carbon monoxide alarm working on batteries, that is pretty much the rear of the vehicle. Now, I can show you around the cab a little bit and show you the stereo.
You go in the driver's seat, I'll sit this side. There's your plates as well for you. You've still got them in here.
As you're probably going to be familiar with the cab because it's going to be very similar to what you're used to, except for the new electronic dash. I'll just start it up so I can show you. You've just got to get used to the new menus on the dash, but once you get used to them it's not too bad. But equally it's pretty much what you're going to be used to, plus you've got a really nice Pioneer stereo, all touchscreen. That again, just a little bit of a play. Now if you put it in reverse, you'll see your rear view there. That's just handy for when you're reversing. All your controls for your heating and stuff. Your engine batteries under the floor well. Your swivel seats are on these catches, and your bonnet release catch is in the same place. Just so you open that door there, it's just on the side of that panel. And then you've got all your standard features for your nighttime privacy, your blinds. To be honest, that's pretty much what you're going to be familiar with. But top one as well. So you just move that mirror over a little bit. That'll help you get it round. That'll give you a nighttime privacy. Plus, now I'll show you all three. And that generally, except for if you need to jump start it, you'll need to go under the bonnet at the front, but that's in a very similar place as your previous fans. But really, if there's any other questions, because I've just tried to make a general point of the whole van, you know you can contact me anytime and I can talk you through anything else. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks very much.